I would say when she let me see, what should
Why are you stuttering? I'm like, what is it? What is it?
Roski making hits.
Hi guys, welcome back.
Welcome back to the podcast.
Where we talk about things. Today we're doing a special Q&A. We did it with a special guest, which some of you may or may have not guessed already who it is.
Super special.
Super special
One
to
of a
both
kind.
of us. Our special guest for today is
Chloe.
my daughter Chloe. She's going to be asking us the questions today that you guys have submitted, and yeah.
You know, she's behind the camera, so she's the director today. So.
Yeah, she insists on being the director and making sure things look good for you guys. So
She's gonna be asking us the questions.
mm-hmm. Yeah, here we go.
Yeah.
First question.
Are you the jealous type?
Are we the jealous type? No.
Yeah, I don't think so.
It's a specific question. Like, I want to say we're not insecure.
Yeah.
That's first and foremost. We're not insecure.
I mean, yeah, like obviously we're not gonna like be going through each other's phones and be like, who are these people that liked your picture? All 273 of them, you know, like if they're girls or guys, vice versa.
Yeah.
I do feel like if it's blatant like disrespect by someone else, you know, if they approach us while we're out and about and he happens to go to the bathroom or I go to the bathroom, like that type of thing, then obviously you kind of get like a little like on fight mode because I will fight people. But I think that's when then I'm like, oh really? I think that would be like the only time where I'm like kind of jealous, like in that sense. But I know he can like take care of himself and like dismiss whoever and vice versa. But yeah, as far as like full on like jealous, like no, I don't think either of us are.
What do your parents think about your partner?
My parents hate Billy. Just kidding. My parents personally love him. They've built like a really good relationship, and yeah, no, they love him.
Yeah, the same goes for my family as well. My parents, they love Vanessa. They love Vanessa to the fullest. They appreciate her so much. You know, ever since I moved from the East Coast to the West Coast, she's always been there for me, and I've told them everything she's done for me and her family as well, everything that they've done, and making my transition here way more smoother and making me feel comfortable. And I appreciate that so much. And my parents, they love her, you know, for that. They love her family as well. And you know, I love that dynamic that we have, you know, both families. So.
Do you have different love languages?
Different love languages. Well, we did take the test online, the 5 different love languages: physical touch, affirmation, receiving gifts, spending time with each other, and acts of service. My top one was physical touch, and I'm a very affectionate person. I love to express myself, you know, physically, you know, whether it's embracing my partner or kissing them.
Mine was spending time with my partner, which is true. I feel like I love to do everything with my partner, even like the smallest things, like if it's like go grocery shopping, like I don't know, just like run errands together. Like the more time we spend, I feel like the better. I think it's hard because we both kind of like have our own routines and stuff sometimes, but like we try to find time, or I'll just tag along for random stuff, and it's like he's like, are you sure you want to come? And I'm like, yeah, sure, I don't care.
So yeah, those Target runs.
Yeah.
It's a little special.
You never know what you want going in, but it always just chooses you when you walk in. You're like, I guess I need all of these.
Yeah.
All of these things, and your total is like $573.29.
Plus tax.
What do you like to do on dates?
That's a good question.
Everything.
Yeah. What don't we like to do on dates?
Yeah, I think we'd like to try new things and also kind of like not keep repeating old things, but like try out new restaurants or museums, different places, but like it's like almost like the same, but like different locations. And you know, sometimes it's just us two, sometimes it's like with our family or with Chloe, like with our friends, just like switching it up. But honestly, anything, yeah.
Yeah. Going to the movies or going on hikes. We like doing a little bit of everything, going to new restaurants. Really just partaking in hobbies and dates that the other person likes to do, you know, as well. So
Yeah. Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
yeah, you know, when life hands you lemons,
You squeeze them.
what if life hands you lemonade already? You make lemons.
Anyways. Yikes.
What do you think about online dating?
Online dating. Well, I told Vanessa before I met her, I was really prominent with online dating, whether it be Tinder, Hinge, Bumble, whatever it was. I thought, you know, since that was a new way of meeting people, I figured why not. But the end result was always the same and didn't really get past the first or second date, and it was basically more for a short term. Honestly, is depending on how you use it. But if you're into that, then you know, then pursue it. You know, I don't see anything particularly wrong with it. But if you're not into it, you like to meet people the old-fashioned way, you know, out and about, whether it's, you know, connecting through friends or you're out at a restaurant or library, grocery store, whatever it may be, you know.
Library at the
Yes.
club. Let's keep it real.
Okay, I like to read, so library. Bookstore. So, what's your take?
I tried it, hated it, and I don't know. I just think I'm like old-fashioned, I guess, in that sense. I feel like it's like a smoother, more better way of meeting someone if you just meet them in person. Like, you know what you're dealing with right then and there. Like, you don't have to deal with like, oh my gosh, what if they're a catfish? Oh my gosh, like, are they really like this, or are they just putting up a front, like, to get to, you know me or get to go out with me? Like, I feel like you meet someone, and I mean, at the end of the day, you can still kind of have like those ideas, but you have a better knowledge of the person and you kind of get a feel for them more. I just think online dating, especially for women, is like scary. I think it's scary. Like, you just don't know if these people are like serial killers or not. I mean, vice versa too. But yeah, I tried it like for a while when I was single, and I didn't like it. I felt like it's also a very superficial way of meeting people. You like don't like their picture and you like will never talk to them ever again. Like, what if they're not photogenic? Like, what if they just don't look that cute in a picture, you know? Like, you've already swiped them to the left, right, whatever it is, like forever, and you will never get to know them. Whereas in person, like, you can like see them right then and there, and you like obviously get to see their personality right then and there as well. I think it just saves time.
Swipe right on everything.
Yeah, I was like, no. Then you read the bio and they're like, ugh, and no. Yeah, no. Next.
Do looks really matter?
Do looks really matter in a relationship? It depends, because obviously you want to be physically attractive to your partner, but that isn't the primary reason of why you look for someone. You know, obviously we age, we're gonna get old, we're not gonna look physically the same as we do, you know, now eventually. And when that does happen, that's when the purpose of why you're really together. That's when it kicks in. Why you're with someone shouldn't just be on looks, to be honest. I mean, I'm not saying you shouldn't take care of yourself, like physically and hygiene wise. That shouldn't be the base of why you look for someone. So, because there's a lot of Barbie dolls out there, but with no personality, to be honest.
I think anybody who says that looks don't matter are lying, first of all. I definitely don't think they matter more than personality, that's for sure. But at the end of the day, it's like, come on, like you need to be physically attracted to the person that you're with or pursuing, whatever, because that's what probably caught your eye, like to begin with. You can't tell a person's like personality from right away, like from just seeing them across the room. You can't be like, wow, they have an amazing personality. And that's just me keeping it real. Like, obviously the personality is what keeps you and it's more important at the end of the day, but looks do matter. Like,
yeah, they matter, but they're not the sole purpose of why you pursue or stay with someone.
Exactly. Like, they kind of are probably like what catch your eye to begin with, but like the personality is what really like keeps you around and makes it like into a full-on relationship or whatever it may be.
What is the first thing you notice about each other?
The first thing she noticed about me was that I had a necklace with a cross on it, and the cross was on backwards. So
he walked past me, and I'm like, "Why is his cross on his back? Like, wouldn't it be up here?" I was so confused.
Because God always has my back. So. The first thing I noticed, probably how tall she was. I mean, that's basically my preference. I like tall women, so, and I like that, And then I noticed she was Hispanic. Well, she looked Hispanic, but until she confirmed that she was, then my son is going to the league, so I'm trying to have tall.
Obviously, since he was like walking in a crowd when I spotted him, his height was definitely the first thing that I noticed, besides his cross on his back. But no, like his style was also like something that I was obviously looking at, because he was like walking like away from me, kind of like he crossed me and like was walking like diagonally. So I like saw the fit, like I saw like part of his face and like his height, but like I was like, okay, that's a nice fit.
Blue and white dress shirt, bow tie, black pants, and Platano 3000s, deluxe edition.
See, now that just sounds super chipsy. Why would you describe it? Next question.
What do you think about open relationships?
Yeah, we don't.
Trash.
We don't.
Trash.
We don't believe in that, open relationships, because just the thought of your partner being with someone else is like mind-boggling to me, and I couldn't fathom it, to be honest. And I get that, like nowadays, like I guess people are pursuing open relationships just because they think being with just one person is really monotonous, but I don't believe in that, particularly, personally. So
Yeah, it's a no for me.
yeah.
Like for every reason possible. I don't like, to me it doesn't make sense. So yeah, I don't even like want to understand it, because I just feel like I would not be able to handle it myself. So if that's your preference, that's cool, but yeah, no, it's a no for me.
Do you trust your partner to make financial decisions?
Financial?
Financial crisis. But
No, I'm just kidding.
No.
Yeah, I would, obviously. He's very responsible with his money. I don't know if it came down to it, like I know he would like put his family first and like make sure we're good, but before like spending and splurging, how they say, and like other like random stuff.
the same goes for me as well. I know she's a responsible woman and she knows her priorities. She can decipher the difference between wants and needs. So she knows what's important, and like she's not gonna go splurging and buy like 10 Louis bags or or a bunch of shoes when, rent is due next week. So, we're adults and we have to think and act rationally. And that's part of being an adult, making responsible financial decisions.
Adulting at its finest.
What is non-negotiable in your relationship?
She pronounced it really well.
Yay! Good job.
Infidelity.
Loyalty.
Yeah.
Trust.
Yeah, just a lack of loyalty, basically cheating, is non-negotiable. So if either one of us finds out the other has been unloyal or has been with another person, then that calls for an end of the relationship. So we're both really firm on that, and we have to respect each other. That's basically what it comes down to.
Yeah, what he said. Just kidding. Yeah, no, I think we both dealt with a lot of stuff in our past, and we know what we can look past, whether it's certain traits or certain habits that the person has that we can work through. But I think that's a really big choice and decision that the person may or may not really think about. And I think right then and there, that's when you realize how much your partner means to you.
What advice for long distance or online dating?
What advice do we have for people who are going through online dating or long distance relationships? I would say that you really have to make a plan, especially when it comes down to long distance relationship. Depending how far the distance is as well. If you're, let's say, a state away, maybe a 4 or 5 hour drive, then it's possible to see each other, every other week or so. But if you're halfway across the country or even fully across the country and you can only see each other once every 3 or 4 months, then that's the reality of it. That's the decision that you're willing to take and make that sacrifice. And when the day comes down to it, you want to move to that person's city or that person moves to your city. But,
yeah, if you live in LA and your partner lives in Boston.
Yeah. Worcester.
It works. Worcester.
What makes your relationship healthy and toxic?
Toxic.
Toxic.
What makes it healthy is having lots of communication, I think, respect, and just I don't know, being best friends with the person, or having a friendship overall where you can be serious with them, be funny with them, you could be in all these different kinds of situations with them, and you know that they're gonna want to support you and understand you and respect you and love you regardless.
Yeah, you hit it right on the head, because obviously being in a relationship, being romantically involved is important, but having that friendship aspect as well, getting to connecting on a friendship level. You can be silly or serious. You can be, joking around. You can be real personal as well. Having that level of intimacy where you know that person as a human being, that's what matters. Communicating and being loyal and respectful, that's what makes it healthy. Knowing boundaries, setting space when there needs to be, and uplifting that person, when they're down. And what makes it toxic is not learning from your past mistakes, repeating errors, the same mistakes over and over, thinking that they'll just look over your mistakes and accept you back because that's what they've done in the past. But just constant arguing, fighting, that's what makes it toxic. And that's really unnecessary and unhealthy. Is really unneeded.
Yeah, what he said. I think, toxic relationship is definitely not wanting to understand or accept, your partner for who they are, helping them work through things. Some people are too selfish and, just get mad and don't really put themselves in that person's shoes or are willing to communicate why is it that they think that way or they're doing certain things. And lacking that understanding is what makes it understanding and communication is what makes it like really toxic, I think.
La tóxica.
What have you learned while being together?
I think just accepting our differences and, you know, accepting those like bad days that the other person's gonna have, kind of just, for me personally, is like not controlling my anger. I'm not gonna make it seem like I have anger management issues, but I do think that before I was kind of like a hothead, like I would jump to conclusions really fast, and I think I've learned to kind of like just tone it down a little bit, whether it's communicate that, hey, I need my space, like, you know, just make it like ask him questions like on like why he's feeling a certain way, or like what I can do to make it better, like type of thing. I think that's what I've learned the most. Like kind of just knowing that at the end of the day we're not perfect people, and we're all gonna have our really good days and our bad days, and our strengths and our like weaknesses or like flaws, and it's like about helping. It's about being willing to help that person work through them and not just like dismiss them because, you know, they have that one thing that you don't like or whatever.
That's what I've learned as well. Because to be honest, if you're not perfect, you cannot demand perfection. You can't have like a checklist like, oh, this person doesn't have this, they have this, like check, check, 1, 2. You have to accept that person for who they are and learn how to love them as they want to be loved.
What is your biggest pet peeve from your partner?
I would say when she let me see, what's she?
Why are you stuttering? I'm like, what is it? What is it?
Cannot attacks herself like physically, where she's like, oh, my hair's not right, or my makeup, or I feel like I gained like mad weight, like, or this or that, like my clothes don't fit me, or whatever it may be. Like, hey babe, like you're perfect, you're exquisite, you're lovely, and you don't have to worry about that. That's why I don't like, because to be honest, she's perfect for me, and
Perfect.
perfect.
You're
And
gonna do it after me and do it better.
yeah, just I have to remind her like, hey, you are more than enough. You shouldn't feel like you're inadequate. And when she's a backseat driver, I mean, no, I'm still learning my way around LA. So
He swears like he knows where he's going, and I'm like, can you get to the right lane? And he like doesn't say anything, and I'm like, can you get to the right lane? Or I'll just be like, okay, like I haven't lived here my whole life. No, I think my biggest pet peeve of yours is like when I'm making dinner and he decides like right at the specific moment that I finish putting his plate on the table, like dinner's ready, he decides to like get up and like do stuff like, oh, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. And I'm like, oh, okay. Oh, I'm gonna prepare myself like a whole other meal. Oh, I'm gonna go take a nap. Oh, I'm gonna go walk the dog. Oh, we don't have a dog. Oh, I'm gonna like, bro, like what are you doing? Your food's gonna get cold. Like sit down and eat it. That's my biggest pet peeve. You don't like that either? Yeah, you know.
Yeah, and then do something after.
Yeah.
Like you can't just do stuff before you eat.
Yeah, tell him, Chloe.
what?
I'm not the only one.
If you win the lottery, what will you do with your life?
What would you do if you won the lottery, Chloe?
I would get a new house and get a car. And
You're
get
5, you can't drive.
I'm just kidding, a little car.
Oh, a
Oh,
little
really?
Kid's
car.
car.
Oh,
It has
okay.
a license in it.
Oh, nice.
What? What?
If we won the lottery and money was no option, for the most part, we would definitely travel all around the world, go to different countries, cities, try different foods, meet new people, experience new cultures, and just see what this life has to offer. You know, meet new people as like regarding to people in the music or entertainment industry in that regard, so we could continue to build our own brand. It sounds easier said than done, you know, because who wouldn't just like take a permanent vacation once they won the lottery? But that's how it is.
Yeah, I think traveling would definitely be, well, buying a house, you know, or like properties would be first, and then, you know, making plans to travel everywhere that we want to go. Making sure, you know, that we're good, our families are good, and then figuring out what to do as far as investing or put that money into like something else, whether it's like, you know, our own brand or start a nonprofit to help different people around the world. Like, I think I would like stuff like that just because the money's gonna run out eventually, A, and B, we're both like the type of people that like we don't like being bored. So I would still like to work and be part of, you know, like an organization or something like that has a bigger plan. But yeah, I think that's what some of the things that we would do if we won.
If you could have a superpower, what would it be?
My superpower, it would be telekinesis. I would want to move things with my mind, you know, no matter how heavy they may or may not be. And including that, I could also move myself so I could fly. So it's like a 2-in-1 combo.
Mine would probably be super speed. I would want to like get to places and back super fast, make my day as efficient as possible, get everything done in the blink of an eye, have the house clean in like 5 seconds. Yeah, mine would probably be super speed. I wouldn't want to read people's minds or like be invisible or like none of that. That just seems like it would be too tricky down the line. Or like I would see or hear things that I wouldn't want to know.
What is your favorite color?
Chloe, how about you answer this since you already know them? What's Billy's favorite color?
I already know since my mom told me, so I know his favorite color is blue.
Yeah.
Like my mom's shirt and his shirt. He likes blue a lot.
What about mine?
Purple. Because I already know it because we had a purple birthday for her.
I didn't have a purple birthday. What's your favorite color?
Well, I have 2 favorite colors. No, 3.
She's like the whole rainbow. What is it?
So I have, first, the one favorite color is pink because it's good and nice and beautiful. And then the next one is purple, like my mom. Because it's so beautiful and so fancy. The last one is, it's red. Because red is actually nice and it looks beautiful. What is your favorite fast food place?
Oh, In-N-Out. Even though they only have burgers, but their burgers slap.
They do not have burgers.
Just kidding. Yeah, I would say In-N-Out. And I think that's like such a like California, like LA girl answer, but I don't know. Like I don't really feel like I crave any other fast food besides In-N-Out. Like sometimes I'll have like Chick-fil-A or like the occasional McDonald's if I really want food from there, because I usually just get the iced coffee.
Yeah, I'm not a really big fast food guy, but my top fast food place would be Popeyes.
Never mind, I changed my answer. It's Popeyes.
Yeah, that crispy chicken sandwich is undefeated. I remember when it first came out, people were like literally like fighting each other for it. It's a intricate delicacy that chef's kiss.
Chef's kiss.
Chef's kiss. Close second would be Chick-fil-A for me. Those waffle fries are impeccable.
Yeah, guys, thank you for watching. I hope, we hope that you like this kind of content, getting to know us a little bit better, not just us ranting about music and stuff like that. With our surprise guest, Miss Chloe, thank you for being on the podcast. I know you've been wanting to do this for a while.
Thank you for letting me do it.
Yeah, of course, baby. She's our #1 fan, always watching our videos and stuff like that.
And we're gonna keep on conjuring different ideas and, you know, for videos, for content. But thank you so much, and God bless. Peace.
Bye.
Bye. Hello, my name is Chloe.
Chloe.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Chloe, do you know what that is? Chloe, do you know what an open relationship is?
Yeah, like,
Yeah, I don't know. The bio, and they're like, ugh, and toxica. Oh shoot, yeah, go ahead, Chloe. Respect.
And
Very,
yeah.
very, very hibiscus. Try.
That sounds good for you.
Why is that funny?
Alright.